Hey
Hey
there,
there,
it's
it's
the
the
Aldos. You've
Aldos
got Mike,
and Michelle.
and we're back at it again with another Video Matrix interview with two amazing people who are actually related, and they're in the challenge. I think this is like maybe one of our first experiences
No.
with this. No, two of. Okay, cool. So, anyways, on interview it kind of is. So we're super
Yes,
excited.
on interview, yes.
We've got so many breakthroughs coming through, and we're literally, it's so hard to keep up with all the breakthroughs. So we're doing as much as we can in the time that we have with all the amazing people. And we're just super excited to bring out two sisters who have just gone through so much before this. And it literally was everything they were looking for. And they haven't even completed the whole 30 days yet. So we're going to let them tell their story. I know you want to say
Well,
something.
I
Pass
just
it over
want
to
to
you.
say that the most exciting thing about bringing out these two incredible women is the fact that they're sisters, they get along like best friends, and they're family, and they're here together answering questions perhaps about their childhood, about their family. They're actually look to face each other and themselves and where they're at with how they stand on their own perspective of life and how they viewed things growing up. Because here in the Video Matrix, we've learned that everyone has a different story. No matter what house you grew up in, every person will have a different story about what happened in that home, what happened on vacation, what happened at dinner. Everyone's gonna always have a
What happened
different,
while the parents were at work?
or just anything. Mike and I could take a same walk when we leave our RV here, and we can have two different experiences based off what we're thinking, what we're looking at, and all that beautiful stuff. So we are excited, and we decided before this began that we're going to bring out the first sister, Kelly, because she just loves to talk on video. I think it's her new calling. She loves doing it, and she's like an old pro now. So Kelly, we'd love to, tell us where you're from. And really, we'd like to first hear what brought you here, like what brought you to the Video Matrix, and just go from there.
Well, hi, Mike and Michelle, and thanks for having us on. What brought me here? Well, actually, my sister Lisa invited me into the group because we have both been on a personal development journey for quite a number of years, since about 2009. And it's funny because when I first saw the group, I thought, oh yeah, this will be cool. But I had been quite fearful of doing live videos for the fear of making mistakes. So I have done YouTube videos, and I tell you, I spent days editing and perfecting my videos, and so to just hit the live button and talk has been a real step out of my comfort zone. But it has been absolutely amazing, and I'm so grateful for the platform that you guys have provided.
You're awesome, and it's great to hear some of your story because, we meet a lot of people through this challenge. Some people we never talk to, some people we get the pleasure of talking to and interviewing and building relationships with. So it's so cool to get a little insight into your story and, passing the baton back to you, babe.
Yeah, well, Kelly, your sister sent me a video of you the other day, and she was pretty proud of it and excited about it, so much that she shared with me. She's like, look at my sister go. I congratulated you about it, but what was so special about that video that was just shared between us all?
So that was, I tell you, I got home I had a breakfast meeting with a group of people, and I'm one of the organisers. And I thought I had the confidence, because I've been doing this video challenge, I had the confidence to just go into our Facebook group and go live at the end of our breakfast session. And I actually interviewed one of my teammates, and I got home and I was telling Lisa that I'm just so proud of myself and so in love with myself after doing this challenge. And I just felt like I had become the me that I want to be. It was just so incredibly powerful for me. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Aww.
That is a story, and I love it because it's a personal adventure here. And we all have these little obstacles, and we might think that they're huge, but they're really small once we face them, accept them, and decide to move forward. You know, you facing your fear about going live, that was easily crumbled in seconds when you just did it, when you found the right community, when you got around, you know, you had your sister there,
and
you
then
had
an
your
interview
friends.
on top of it all.
Yeah, exactly. I saw that interview. I was like,
An interview. So
it doesn't take anything, and it's cool because
it wasn't like her live hiding in the corner.
You could hear
it was
people
a
in the
full-on
background. You could actually I was actually in your scene because I could see people. I could hear chairs moving, hear conversations. So it was an awesome environment, and you did a very amazing job with that for just starting really with doing live video. So
congratulations for getting over that fear. You know, 21 days, here you are, and you are with your sister. What's that been like? I know you said you've been on a personal development journey, you know, but what has it been like perhaps now sharing some of the most personal parts of ourselves, because that's part of personal development.
That has actually been fascinating because we have had breakthroughs ourselves, but on completely different days about completely different subjects. And it's fascinating because all the subjects that we talk about are just everyday, like normal subjects, but that aren't spoken about necessarily. And so to see and hear my sister talking about her life is things that I've been walking alongside her throughout our life, but not knowing these things. So it's a really fascinating journey, and actually seeing our family on the other side of the screen writing the comments and seeing us in a deeper way has been so rewarding, actually, for them and for us.
That's the other powerful fact of it, is that, you know, that's not something we notice, but when we hear people talk about it, it is amazing because people have communities already, you know, of people following them, whether it's family, friends, colleagues, whatever. They're all tuning into these videos and they're all getting to know you in a way that they never got to before. So what does that do? It creates a whole new network of people, and it just boosts whatever you're doing. So, I mean, that's...
But you know what else it boosts?
What's that?
Whatever she's doing boosts whatever her sister's doing, because you know they're like, oh, Kelly's video? I'm like, oh, I wonder what his sister thinks.
Yeah.
Or they're on Lisa's page like,
there you go.
My sister's doing this too. Like, oh, I got to know. They're like spending all day with both of you. And that's the truth, girls. Like, we all know that that's true, right? Like, so I love that you said that, Kelly, because it's so powerful what you're doing, that when we put ourselves on video and we share ourselves, we're transparent, we're deep, we're learning about each other as sisters, but we're also sharing ourselves as friends to our family. Because really, who knows some of these stories about us? Like, who knows these stories? Are usually our best friends, our partners. You know, those are really some of the people who know that those stories about us are only the people we like allow ourselves to get so close to. So I love that the two of you are opening up your hearts and to each other, and that you're on this journey together, because this is powerful. We're excited to see what happens for both of you in the next 90 days, how you're going to continue this journey, this development, this growth, how your love for sisters and for, you know, because once you expand your own self-love, don't you agree that like self-love, just all of a sudden we find ourselves surrounded by it more and more?
Yeah. I'll tell you a funny story. Have I got time to share a funny story?
I would love to hear as much as you'd like.
My husband has been watching these videos, right? And so over the last couple of weeks, he's become more affectionate. Like, he's very affectionate, but now he's like, oh, I love you so much, Kel. I love you more. And I just love you so much. And I'm thinking, wow, what's brought this on? And then it clicked that he's been watching these videos and he's falling in love with me all over again.
Oh, guys.
That's the cute.
It's been awesome on that front as well. So it's just been amazing all around.
And you know, the cool thing to that too is that, you know, when you're going through something, a transformation that you're not even aware of, and you know, your energy is shifting.
She's aware of it.
No. I'm saying, yes, you are. But there's a force on the other side that's happening.
She hasn't seen that part yet.
Can I talk just for a second? That'd be cool. So basically, what I want to say is that there's everything happening in the background that like is just, your energy that you can't see. Your energy field is emanating in a different way. Your vibes are attracting things differently. And, your husband is totally connecting to a different vibration frequency of you. And I really think you're just emitting your true self. And not only the videos are what happens too, but you yourself are now a light. And, it shines. People notice when somebody's bright or when somebody's dull. I mean, we all can paint that picture. So
yeah, no,
I don't know if you want to say something.
I apologize for
No, it's all good. It's all good.
I
I can understand the excitement. I'm excited too.
I do it off.
That's an exciting
we
thing.
both work on it
because
actually.
when you can inspire couples to get more together like that,
Oh,
that's one of our really next step for
Yeah.
like the future of everything we're doing is to bring couples together in a way, because our relationship as well,
We did
going
this
through
together
things,
too.
building together, it's all a sharing experience. And if we can inspire couples to us, that's really beautiful. So
Do you know what's
it's great to hear that, and I love it. Go ahead.
You know what's exciting? I have a feeling we're gonna have like maybe brother-in-laws, or like there's gonna be more family that comes out and decides next round with you girls that they're gonna want to do
The Video
this too.
Matrix family version.
Seriously, like I wouldn't.
Family
So
Video Matrix.
Here's the thing.
Oh, it's a good one.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of but here's
But
the
not
thing.
really
Like, I
feud.
wouldn't be surprised if your husband maybe wants that opportunity to share. And how beautiful would it be if you got to hear his heart and his soul to the level we bring people.
I think he'll be coming on board next because, honestly,
That's
like,
it's happening.
fun. People don't even know why they want to do it, but when you get on video, it's something freeing about it. And
Sonia.
you allow amazing people to come into your life because of what you do with video, whether you're using it for business or not. If you're just looking to build a following and you're doing your own thing and you're just looking to build a following, that's what it's all about. Creating something that people can feel and inspiring others to have that kind of same breakthrough in their own way or with you. So,
and the other beautiful thing, like, is not only is your family now seeing it, but let's just say if you have small children in your family, they're little babies right now, and they get to see their auntie, or, like 10 years from now, they're going to have a video library of your personal heart, of you, who you are. And this isn't just for those little babies in your life, because trust me, they are going to want to know their aunt, their aunt. I think in this case is, aunt or cousin, perhaps, niece or nephew. So people who look up to you are going to be able to have these things about you. And if you think about perhaps your favorite aunt or your, any of those things, can you imagine if you could go back to your age or your aunt's age and hear their story? And it's really powerful, but no buts, so powerful. It's the fact that you don't have to share it more than once if you don't want to. It's just kind of there. You'll have 90 days. Like, go pick a topic about me and learn. And we'll talk tomorrow.
Or not. No, I'm just kidding.
But so thank you, Kelly. Is there anything else before we bring your sister on? And we can definitely bring you back if you want to come back on. But if you think of anything else, but is there anything else that you want to add, just about
anything you're experiencing, anything you're feeling right now? It's so up to you.
Yeah, I will tell you this. Like, for both Lisa and I, we've been looking for a way to grow that is aligned with our values and aligned with our heart. And there's not out there, there's lots of different pieces of a puzzle, but here you guys have brought it all together. And it's just, how, do you remember the show The Care Bears? And the Care Bears, their hearts glow. That's how you guys make me feel. Like,
oh, come
on. How my heart
I think you're working on him tonight.
You're awesome, man. Seriously, like saying that, like, that's
you
what
said
that. We want. Exactly what you said.
The
is
Care Bears, my fans.
Wanted. That's amazing. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that.
If I didn't just empty my phone, you should see, because I have all these shirts that I saved of the Care Bears, because I want a collection of the Care Bear shirts that I only want to wear because the Care Bear stare is real, girls. Kelly, Care Bear stare. The Care Bear stare is real, and you just said what my heart screams for this challenge. And I love what you said because it's powerful. It's part of my vision. You literally picked up on a very big part of my vision, because if we all stand proud of who we are and we unite and take care of each other, like the world should unite and take care of each other and use their biggest core strength, like shine the
Yes.
rainbow, shine the stars, shine the sun, like the Care Bears. That, like, so when we all come together, this is true, because Mike and I will be working on an event where we bring all video challenges. It's going to be somewhere we bring people together that have gone through here, so we can come together as the families we created.
Could be
And
a
I
tropical
think
paradise.
The
could be a
theme is already
cruise.
Care Bears, just so you know. Kelly, you brought it up. It's happening because you just said it. Reminded me of in my mind. But now that's it. Get your Care Bear shirts ready.
Get your Care Bear. Girls.
We're gonna get a Care Bear stare on. But
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for bringing that into our lives.
and that we're super honored that you
thank you.
have received that kind of feeling, that kind of experience, and just thank you for being open and sharing that. That's so beautiful. Thank you.
Kelly, why do you think we always do
Sure.
it? This is part of our Care Bear stare.
The
Nobody
Care
knows
Bear.
why I do it, but it's part of the love
They're like,
that
what are you doing over
comes
there?
from us, and that's why we do it. How many teams do you see out there just doing all the hearts, the love? Because that's what we're all about. Thank you,
All
thank you,
about the
Kelly.
love.
You're amazing. And we're so excited to see more of you. We're so excited we cannot wait to have this interview again with you girls along this whole journey together, all of us, so that we can sit at the end of the 90 days. And I believe if either one of you are a writer, I believe you could write a book about your experience and your journey of personal development, because people need to hear it and need to know how serious people get about personal development. Because I know once we got a taste of personal development, when we learned the power of our minds and thoughts in our lives, it was like a whole new world. It was like someone gave us a new pair of glasses and we had to go figure out what all this stuff was. And personal development is that. It's the other side of life. It's the new side of beauty that you've never been revealed to before. It's a journey to find, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel that what you explained is having now found that place and space where that journey is now alive, and it's sparking, and it's going to be sparking new and beautiful things within you if it already hasn't. We saw the interview. We're excited to see what goes, because momentum is real. The energy force that Mike talked about that you cannot see is powerful. We never recommend anyone stop. Not that either one of you will, but we don't recommend it because it's just you leave in 90 days with a ball of new transformational fire, and it comes from here. And whatever you touch from your heart just shines on anything anything that you do. It just shines from here on out, and it's already happening. And we want to say thank you, because Kelly, you're a beautiful being. We love you. So thank you. We're excited to bring out your sister. Do you want to bring out Lisa?
Come on out, Lisa. What's going on? Tell us.
Well,
I mean,
hello.
heard quite
What more can I say after that?
I know, right?
Oh, it's like
Hey,
videos.
not
There's
a competition
plenty to
here.
say more.
Yeah. You guys are both amazing people, and it's cool because you both kind of are not only learning from each other in this experience, but I think you're both kind of like now running at a space where you wanted to be. You wanted to really be together on that personal development journey, looking for stuff together, and now it really looks like you've been able to come together and learn everything, not only about each other, but about also where you want to go and tapping into powers with video. So I'm going to turn it over to you, unless you want to say anything, but I would love to hear more of your story.
Lisa has a lot to say, and she shared with us, and I'm not going to actually reveal it because it's a big part of her story. It kind of piggybacks off of Kelly's. Kelly didn't say it, but I know it's a very big, passionate part of where Lisa once was to where she is. So I'm just excited to listen.
Now I don't know what to say.
Well, come on, tell us a little bit about you and just a little bit about your story,
Okay, so I am Kelly's sister. I'm her older sister. I live in Australia and Kelly lives in New Zealand. So one of the things about this challenge is it's like we're not even in different countries anymore. Yet everything we have done before, trying to do something together, we've always still felt separated. But with this challenge and being in the chat, it's just incredible. It's like I'm still living with her again, but don't have to deal with all that.
I love that.
Yeah, so what brought me into the challenge was one of my friends that I follow on Facebook, she had done a 30-day challenge quite a while ago, and I had watched that, and then she invited me into this one, and I suppose when she first did her first one, I wasn't ready for video. I didn't know the power of video then. So when she invited me on this one, I said, yes, absolutely, get me in. Yeah, and that's how that started. So
That's awesome.
That's cool. And that's like, look at the little trickle effect of just like one person who did something and then you saw it, but it didn't work out. But then time went by and you're like, yeah, I'm ready to go. And then now your sister's involved and now you guys are really stepping into your passion. Kind of take us a little bit from like where you were, you know, what you were looking and striving for in your own words. You know, we heard Kelly and you guys have similar stories, but you definitely have your own way about it. So tell us a little bit about what you were looking for and then kind of what you found here, if that's cool.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's good. I'm just trying to word it. So Kelly and I are different in the sense that I'm a single parent. So I find that sometimes I can come from a place of desperation because I need it so badly. And I've done a few, like last year was a big year for me in trying to build something with the help of other people. And I haven't been able to get any momentum or get off the ground. And since doing, like, we're only in day 21 of the 30-day video challenge. And what this challenge has brought to me is my truth and myself, and absolutely stepping into that power of like remembering who you are. And that's what I love about the past, remembering how powerful you truly are. Like some of my videos about me being a teenager, I was an awesome teenager. Like I had confidence, I had friends, but life kind of beats you down, I guess. And just being able to remember that that's who I am in 21 days after spending so much money trying to find this. You guys are incredible. What you've got here is amazing. And as Kelly said, the questions are the same, but you don't get everybody gets a breakthrough on a different question. It blows my mind what you've got here.
You're making me cry, girl. What the heck? That was amazing. You're amazing. You're a beautiful person, and honestly, what a story. And you did exactly what you were supposed to do. You stuck with it. You didn't quit, and you're still not quitting. And look at where you're at. You found your home. You're finding your home. You're finding your footprint that you want to lay down for your legacy for the rest of your life and for the rest of eternity. When
absolutely,
you want to leave
absolutely, and the fact that it's not like I haven't asked for help. It's just that it's not it mustn't be in the format that I can absorb, because as smart as I am, I still need baby steps and step by step and someone to show me, not tell me.
Absolutely.
I love what you just said right there. I'm going to actually leave the feelings aside for a moment because it's easier for me to talk that way without crying. So what you just said is so perfect. It's those baby steps, Lisa, that matter, because before we even turn this recording on, we were talking about how personal development is done in a very crucial and critical, it's progress. It's not something like, hey, go read 5 books and at the end of the weekend or the end of the 2 weeks, you're going to be totally changed. It's an experience, and it's not something that you can tell anyone to do. We don't teach by words, but we learn by speaking from our hearts, from our truth, from our vulnerability and transparency, but also we've learned by listening to others. So we've really incorporated all that, because we don't know what question what could be really tough on you is easy for your sister, and what's really tough on your sister is really easy for you, because you had a great teenagehood, but imagine if that question's asked to your sister and she's like, you know, now she has to expose herself against you now, because if you were the good teenager and you didn't have any issues, now here comes Rebel Kelly and she has to now expose herself. So you're both doing it in a way that is really it's just your own power. And you know, Kelly, Lisa, you said you've been looking and you've been looking and looking, and from all the words that I heard you speak so beautiful, is that you found you. You didn't have to,
Yes.
it wasn't in all these other things. It was about this beautiful thing that we have. It's called a voice.
That's right.
And we have, what else do we have? What else are we abundant in? If we have nothing around us, what are we here besides love, self-love, but also we're full of stories. That if we were on a deserted island and we've got food, what are we going to do? We're going to tell stories and, you know, play all day, you know, and really that's what we have at the end of the day. We are stories. We're a collection of memories. We're a collection of emotions and all these things, feelings and emotions and stories related to them. But we are not that, because we are, we're not that. What we bring here is because we understand it. As a psychology major, I understand it, that the 8-year-old child who had a really bad day with whatever is still crying inside of you if you don't nurture that child, if you don't nurture that story, and you don't nurture that situation. It's so true. What a therapist do, they get in and they try to turn it around, and they want to get you to talk about it differently so that you feel it differently. Why not just show it to everybody? Because it's the everybody part. It's the all of us listening. It's your sister listening. It could only be your sister listening. And the two of you are posting videos in the chat all day. It's still going to feel the same way as if there's 100 of us, if there's 50 of us, if there's 2,000 of us. It's exposure. And when we break down these walls, and we know these questions break down these walls, whether you know it or not, because they're happening to all of us, that beautiful things happen on the other side of uncomfortable. I know that.
We know that.
We know that. And
you
now
know that.
you know that. And that is part of the personal development process. So Lisa,
it's all about hanging on, you know, and that's
that's
a perfect story of perseverance, because it's not meant to be handed to you. You know, you're not meant to know your true purpose unless you really ask for it, and unless you really go through all the tests that are put in front of you. If that's you failing a little bit, or you getting in, not you personally, but people in general getting into the wrong things, or, you know, going about the things that they have in a way that just doesn't resonate with them, it's all just because you're on your path. And those things have to happen so that you realize, hey, this isn't good, this isn't good, this is good, this is what I need, that's it. And then you can go out there and share it with all your people and the people that you connect with from here on out. So, I mean, it's so powerful and so amazing to hear that both of you have had similar stories, obviously different in your own perspective, but it's amazing to see you do it together, and then to see where you're going to go from here. I'm super excited.
But it's a real, you guys have a really unique
story. It is.
You
guys are powerful.
So not only you're super powerful, but you're super powerful sisters, and you really have I believe personally that you have a brand around the two of you together. I believe the two of you together are so powerful, and I believe that whatever your hearts come together and I believe that you can create beautiful things, not only separately, but the power of together. This is the power of together. You guys have that power together. You're now given a strategy and a tool to kind of continue that. Like, video is the strategy. You know, that's the strategy. We were able to
find a strategy.
Facebook Live is the tool.
This whole thing started off of us laying in bed one morning, looking to, you know, Michelle basically looking to do a 30-day challenge. So the video matrix and everything that we're doing here just stems from one thought. So the same story is in place for you, for Lisa, for Kelly, and for you, the viewer. Because that's all it is. We have millions of ideas per day. Which one feels good, and which one do you want to do for at least the next 5 years? Go. You know what I mean?
And one of the biggest things, ladies, and this is one of the biggest things that we realize in personal development, and I know I personally have been asking myself this question probably my whole life. And I know that people who are meant to help people ask themselves this question: who am I meant to help? Have you ever asked yourself that? Who am I meant to
Yes.
help?
Yes.
You know, and even Mike, we have it on our board. It's every day that we say, who can I help today? You know, so sometimes it's like, who am I meant to help? And sometimes we don't know who we're meant to help. But sometimes if you say to the universe, who am I meant to help today? All of a sudden you find that there's someone who needs your help today. And that's the answer to your question, who am I meant to help? It can be done daily. It can be done on a broader spectrum. You know, it's where we take people. So when we go through this 90-day evolution, we bring people through different questions of who am I meant to help through all stages in different questions. Some people may not realize that I'm doing it, but each time is so that by the time you leave 90 days, that question you've ever pondered, who am I meant to help? You know the answer. You don't leave after 90 days saying, I didn't get to know who I meant to help. We have not one person leave saying that. Because at the end of the day, there is a larger group of people who are meant to help, who are meant to hear our story, meant to hear each of you, your stories and your struggles, your stories and your struggles, but also your perseverance from those struggles. You now have a place here that you can bring somebody else if they're struggling. They can now have that breakthrough in baby steps, even if it's like they're at their worst of their day. If they can just start talking within a group, we know we can help them. Mike and I are committed to helping not only you girls, but every single person that you bring in from here on out. Every person that you watching and anyone else watching, and that who's ever in our presence, they're going to be taken care of, that they're going to have a breakthrough, that they're going to go through a journey if they so wish and desire and take the action, because we're not asking for a lot. We're asking for maybe 20 minutes a day, shoot a video, go watch 2, and that's it. Upload by midnight, and just that's it.
Have a breakthrough. Done.
Have a breakthrough and
Create
enjoy your
something
experience.
epic.
And if you stay and just stay consistent, we can guarantee your success with video. We can guarantee your success with a breakthrough in personal development. I mean, I feel pretty comfortable saying guaranteeing that. And I think, would you say, Lisa, that like you feel comfortable, like I can guarantee success in certain areas like that I can guarantee. And it's
yes.
just nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, absolutely. I think I would be comfortable with you saying I can guarantee a breakthrough, because as I said, it's at different parts. That's where your individual breakthrough comes. And I mean, listening to Kelly's videos, as her as a teenager, like some of those things I didn't even know, like when she had her first heartbreak, and it was her hardest heartbreak. Where was I? It went right over my head. Not that I could have helped her back then, but knowing that now, I wish I could have helped her. It's just amazing. It really is amazing.
And I love that you say that, because really the truth is Kelly may not have felt comfortable sharing with you if you really got down to it. I don't know. I don't know.
No, she probably didn't, because I may have been a little bit mean to her as a teenager.
but here's the thing. And Lisa, don't be hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up for beating up Kelly, okay? Just kidding. We all have them. Trust me. I have 7 sisters, so I get it.
Oh, no, I thought that's amazing.
Trust me, I know. Beautiful relationship between sisters. I know that much. It's special. That's why I think it's so special to have you here. And like what I said about Kelly, she could probably go back and was like, yeah, I definitely wasn't telling you about that boy. No way. But she told her best friend, and she got the help she needed because she went to the people she trusted. Not to say she didn't trust you, because I'm telling you, I didn't trust my sister. I loved her to death. I wasn't going to talk to her about boys or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, nothing against you. It's just siblings. And if you start listening, if we had more siblings, which we do, we had Will Twin, Juan has brought some of his siblings, and Joe brought some. If we do have more siblings, we will probably see a pattern of understanding between each other. And and you mentioned, and I am going to come back to you, Kelly, because I'd like to hear so far. Lisa, I'm going to go to you first, Lisa. But Kelly, think about this. What has been the breakthrough question for you? What was your response, and how did it change you?
Okay, my breakthrough question was actually on day 3. So I wasn't expecting that, that's for sure. But from day one, I had made the decision to absolutely, I'm going live, I'm just going to do it. And day three's question was about what is the hardest move you've ever had to make. And it was, my hardest move was actually moving country with 4 children. And I had left my husband, packed up a house and moved to Australia because I knew if I had stayed, he would have asked to work it out and I would have said yes. And I would have became not the person that I'm supposed to be. I knew that much. So that is something that I had been working on for 6 years because I absolutely loved him to death. And it has taken me, I think it was last year, New Year's Eve. So this is how long it's taken me to get over that. And we got married on New Year's Eve and he always rings to say happy anniversary. I know. So New Year's Eve, he had rung, like, this is just the one gone. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't even remember you. Like, it was, and I even said to him, oh, happy anniversary, but this is awesome. I am over you. That's what I said to him on the phone. And so that's how long it has taken me to get over that. But then when I had to tell that story, I realized that there was still some residual feelings about that. And it was more about me becoming a single parent, I think, with 4 children to have to contend with. I have 5 children, but my oldest daughter didn't come over till later. And I think it was that sadness of having to raise them alone was what came up in that move. Yeah. So that's what I mean. Day 3 of 6 years of working on trying to get over it. So,
and so that was it. You talked about it, you released it, and it was just gone?
Yes. Yeah. And then there was another question that related back to something about marriages, because I've been married 3 times. So that just released all of that as well. And it's like I am amazing. You know what I mean?
Yes, you are.
Yes, you
that's
are. And
what it's doing for me. Yeah. Like, I don't know. It just, like, again,
tell me,
mind blowing.
I have to ask because we're in the moment. What do you think it is? Like, what part is it? I know the question's being asked.
Yeah.
Live, and now you're answering it, and now it's over. It's done.
People
like
saw
which
it.
Which part is it? The comments? Is it the question? Is it which
support?
part? What part makes it so freeing?
Yeah, I think it is saying it out loud to the world. Like, there's a couple of videos I would love to delete, but I'm not going to. And I, even though if no one was listening, I think it's still a declaration. It's like the Declaration of Independence. Yeah.
You know what? Those videos that you want to delete, I want you to keep this in mind and remember this, because the videos you want to delete, those are your best videos.
Yes.
Don't ever delete them. If
Never.
you want to download them and put them away, do that. Don't delete them, because those videos, you never know, at the right time you might be like, crap, I really wish I had this video because somebody out there right now could use it. And then you're just like, you don't have it because you deleted it. So we recommend keeping all your good stuff, all your bad stuff, all your learning stuff, so you can just have it out there. Be real. You never know who's going to see it. You never know who you're going to inspire through your vulnerability. Sorry, I need some water. But you never know who you're going to impact with your message. And it's important that you just leave all your natural stuff out there, because the ones you're afraid of, it's just you being in the moment. You're just, as human beings, a human condition, we're just like, oh man, what if someone sees it? Or what if that? Or what if that? In actuality, nothing will ever happen of it except for you giving somebody else a breakthrough by sharing you.
I love it.
Yeah. And that's the other thing, is being able to speak your truth no matter what comes out, because sometimes stuff just comes out. I go in planning to say this and something else comes out.
You know, during when we did our first 30 days, the question I asked you all yesterday about the skin color, when did you notice your skin color was different, was the first, it was your group is the only time I've brought it up since we did it, because it was kind of a tough it was a great question, because I think it's a wonderful question. It was actually something that I had to write an essay on in college. So I'd already had to write about this, my first experience, which it's about really remembering and putting yourself into that experience, because that lives within you, that knowing of that moment in time when you're subconscious, when you ask for the recollection of the memory, it will start drawing that memory. You will look for it. The brain will find the information, and then you'll have your story. And so it's really funny, the different stories that come out. But so when I did it, I was actually nervous. I knew what I wrote about the paper, but my answer from in college to where I am today was real different, because I was at a different understanding and where I was, because this is about releasing and about personal. And so I did my video, and I talked about how I was brought up racist by my parents and my mom.
Wow.
Video, I guess. And it caused a big issue in my family with my mom, which is like, my mom, like, she's kind of will find an issue with everything. So it's like, it was like either this or something else. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So it was like, whatever, but it wasn't a whatever. It was real big. I knew, like, and I had her on the phone, like, Mom, this is my story. Like, this is my story and who I am. Like, don't listen, but please don't judge. And I'm not judging you, and I didn't judge you in my video, and I just said by understanding and learning, because it's very important to me, and it's where we are today in the society. So that video was huge, but then my mom, like, wrote me off the next day, right? Wrote me off the next day. So, but what did that do? It fueled the issue at hand, which is
the truth,
racism. And so what did I do? I went on Facebook Live, and I had the most powerful, driven video I've done yet. And
people from all over were commenting on that.
I think probably got like 5,000 plus likes and stuff. That video went viral because it was a big topic, and I shared my truth, and it was painful for others to hear, but it wasn't meant to be attacking. It was just my truth, leaving names out, having to say my parents, not saying my mom's name. But anyhow, point being is that we're all faced, and it was that moment in time that I just felt like it was the releasing of, I'm no longer attached to this part of me. It's not, I just like gave that away and allowed someone else to find hope and find their truth through my expressing. And
stepping into your power, that's really what it really is, breaking through those fears. You guys, this is a perfect interview and a perfect story from each of you separately and together, because it is a journey personally and for you together, because I do believe, and I believe I speak for Michelle too, you guys have superpowers. We all do. You guys are actually just tapping into it where you want to be.
We talked about our superpowers.
And I really see you guys stepping into something of your own that you've always wanted coming up. As you keep on growing and going through on that path of personal development. So, did you want to ask something?
Well, no, Kelly, I wanted.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I was just gonna kind of go like,
go ahead,
like if anyone had any like.
Well, I had that question for Kelly still.
Cool.
If so, Lisa, we'll be back in a second. Kelly, so I have we have the same question for you, like with your sister, like what was that, like what part? Because I think it's different for everybody. First off, was it the beginning? Was it the before, the during, the after? Like what part for you, what question, and what was the breakthrough? Like what was the question for you that was the most helpful, the most breakthrough?
So the question for me was the bullying question. Like, were you picked on, or did you pick on anyone? And that brought up a memory for me about picking on this girl at high school. And she was sitting in front of me in assembly, and I told her to take her hat off. And I did it in such a way where my attitude was wrong. It wasn't like, take your hat off because we're in assembly, which it was, but it was more like, I'm right, you're wrong, take your hat off. Anyway, it turned out that this girl had a major illness and her head was scarred, and that's why she was wearing the hat. And I just felt so much shame that I had hurt her, and I got in trouble with it for the teachers. But for me, looking back, I think that's when I lost my voice, and I lost the desire to speak up about anything, to voice my opinion on anything, because of the fear that I would hurt someone, or I would get in trouble, or I was doing something wrong. And so that, for me, I was able to shed my tears, and I released it because I know my intention wasn't to hurt her. My intention was, I don't know, to be cool or, be outspoken or whatever. And in releasing it, I got my voice back, and it just so happened that a couple of days later, I went on and on for 18 minutes on one of my videos. So it was like, oh yeah.
Getting comfy or what?
So, wait a minute. So you got your voice back, you're saying, by sharing that story in this video?
Yeah. And just releasing the shame around my thoughts and my speaking up. Yeah. So it has been amazing for me.
Jump in real quick because I think, as kids, through any age range, we all can be susceptible to just being like cruel children or cruel teenagers. And, whether that's what we've just been around or exposed to, or the people that we've been around, or family members or whatever, we really need to let go of that stuff, because that's not us anymore. When you really tap into the feeling that's not you anymore, and you can forgive yourself and say it's okay. And it sounds like you did that, and it sounds like you worked through that just by doing a simple video challenge question and then going off in your own energy with it. I think that's super powerful to you.
Like, you just spoke to so many people, Kelly. I've been where you are.
Big time.
You've been there. Maybe, Lisa, you've been there. Maybe it's always unintentional, because, and this is really where we get down to who am I supposed to help, because at the end of the day, did you help the person from back then, or did you help yourself by releasing the shame that you carried with you with the thought? So when you talked about it, you cried about it, you moved it, you literally moved it out and around and out. And like, the fact that you're able to talk about it now without crying, that even goes even further to show, like, look where I am. Like, I got my voice. I'm not even mad at myself. I have forgiven myself. And really, we want everyone to forgive themselves with each story they share, because it's not who they are. It's the power of our subconscious mind holding on to feelings like you had, and then getting into a place where you feel it again, only you get to change it because you're forgiving yourself. It's so beautiful, so powerful. You sharing that, getting your voice. Like, I actually,
I'm going to plug my battery in. I get it.
Oh,
Keep talking.
yeah. I actually got my voice last January, believe it or not. So I know what you mean and say when you said, I got my voice. It's almost like, oh my God, I was just going to say something probably appropriate, but it's like, I got my first A, I got my first A. It's like that. I got my voice. It's something my first A. That's not even, I got my first scholarship, or it's just something you're so excited about. You've never experienced it before, because truth is, I, like yourself, actually, if I went back, maybe that's what it was, but there's been so many times that people told me to be quiet, or I shouldn't say certain things. And growing up, you didn't talk about family, you didn't talk what was going on in the family. So I would leave never knowing what was right or wrong to say. So in that, I did certain things, but anytime I'd go to speak, there's this like, tears, embarrassment. I couldn't do it. And that was me before video, guys. Like, that was me with just authority, having no voice. It wasn't until doing video, personal development, that I was able to expand. But I still had to get my voice. I still was learning that, even speaking. But I have it now, and I remember it like you do. So, Kelly, it's so special that you share that, because it's special to me, and it's special to anyone listening to this, because so many of us feel that we either don't have anything to say, we don't have enough to say, what we have isn't good enough to say, or maybe people just simply don't want to listen to us. These are all the negative, self-sabotaging things the human condition does to all of us, that none of us here are not subjected to that kind of self-sabotage. I mean, we can be aware of it. We can either let it happen, or we can be aware it's happening and know how to work with it, because the human condition needs to be worked with always. So that means like getting you to the now, you know. If we get people to the now, it really, really does work on that human condition, because we get people to be consciously thinking and aware of their surroundings. So I feel like we could talk to you girls all for you two day long, for us all night long. And I don't know if there's anything else you want to ask. I just feel like there's so much more to come.
I think that we're definitely going to connect with you both again down the road as your journey continues, because this story is just so powerful on so many different levels. Yeah, right. There's just so many different levels of power here, and we're excited to see where it goes, because it's going to go somewhere. You don't just do this and have these breakthroughs that you've been wanting for 6+ years or whatever. Yeah. You don't just have these breakthroughs now and nothing happens. There are so many things coming to you right now. Imagine everything you've ever wanted in the universe just flying to you faster than you've ever wanted right now. That's what's happening. Go with it.
It's
love
on
it.
Amazon drones being ready to be dropped off at your front door right now. Imagine that.
To try that.
I love your little analogy, because my mind picked up drones, and because we were talking about Amazon drone orders. Imagine just like a little drone dropping a box at your door. It's like weird. Mm-hmm. But imagine like what you just said. Imagine all the things you've ever wanted are now just being airlifted to your place in space, to you, for you, everything you've ever wanted. And you're in a place of good energy to allow it. That's something Mike and I do. You know, there's only so much that we can boggle your minds down with the intentions that we set for each challenger and each person that goes through the video matrix, that, you know, we forget to maybe tell you sometimes these things, you know, that good things are coming to you, like Mike said. Actually, amazing things are coming to you. And, you know, they already have, because you've been already given gifts, both of you, that those gifts are going to continue. And those gifts transfer on, Lisa, those are going to go on to your children. They're going to, that energy there, it's felt by them. I mean, Kelly really said it perfectly. Her husband, without really understanding, is doing the same thing. And maybe if you go out into the public and the community and schools and wherever you are, you're noticing that, you know,
celebrity factor.
You're meeting the right people.
But like, wow,
they're having the conversations that maybe you were talking about earlier today. You know, imagine someone else is just like, isn't that funny, bringing up something I was thinking about this morning. Little signs like that are little signs of life saying you're on the right path. You're manifesting what you want. And that's a big key. So I hope you heard what I just said, because I never say it like that, and it was really powerful.
Good thing we're recording this.
Yeah, and now I just lost it, so it's there. But
ladies, seriously, we respect your time, and we want to just thank you so much for coming out tonight, and well, today for you. But seriously, I mean, the breakthroughs are real. What we're seeing here and what's happening, it happens on all different levels. It doesn't matter who you are, where you are, what your life has been, you know, what circumstances you were used to, or what's going on now. It really doesn't matter. All that matters is where you want to go, having the right community, and just doing exactly what Lisa and Kelly and the other people that you've seen showcased on these interviews do.
You know, and I have to kind of go back to Lisa for one quick second. This is what we do. She'll end it, then I'll end it, and then we get inspired to keep talking.
I'm totally fine with going.
That's how we love to really go. Like, we really do want to keep you here all day because we love you guys. But Lisa, oh goodness. Oh no, it wasn't. So when we talked the other night, we actually had the privilege of speaking with you the other night, and you told us something that was seriously so powerful. You actually gave us a number. You actually put a dollar amount to what you've achieved. And I kind of would love for you just quickly just say what you said to us, because it's powerful for us, because both of you right now and everybody in this challenge, 30 days are here for free. And that's just powerful. If we can give people for free and know that we've done a good job, what we've done for you girls is the most empowering thing we can do for another human being personally, is giving them their power and then themselves back. It's priceless to us. It really is.
It's why we do what we do.
It's why we do. It's why we have been doing what we do and why we do what we do. So Lisa, I loved it, because we were just like blown away. We don't know these things unless you share them, and we just, if you don't mind, we'd love for you to share it again.
Yes. So last year, as I say, I've been doing stuff since last year, trying to really make it happen for me. So, and it wasn't till like around September, October last year. I mean, I'd spent money before that, but I actually spent $7,000 on 2 different programs to get the breakthrough that I was looking for, that I'd already gotten on day 17 when I spoke to you. So that's why I am so passionate about what you guys are doing, and the free.
It starts in here, you know what I mean? No matter what you're doing out there, you need to have a personal breakthrough. And you can come in and then, 17 days, 3 days, 30 days, whatever it may be, have some kind of shift that allows you to step into your personal power. And
that's exactly it. The personal power is what we're all looking for. Because once we've got that power, there's no stopping us. Yeah.
Boom! I think we are good for
ending. I think that's it. Lisa, thank you for that. We don't need to say anymore. You actually just quieted us both up.
Right on. And Lisa,
she's
Kelly,
our new mediator.
I love it. Thank you both for coming out, taking your time, your personal time to be on here with us, and we truly appreciate it. We love and respect your breakthroughs and look forward
to it.
Yes, you can. Just look at the camera and get it straight.
Like this, and then
just make a C. So make 2 C's and just bring them there.
You kind of like push your thumb.
Yeah. Oh, you got
your sis will teach you. She's sure her heart is pretty.
I know.
Well, don't point that out.
She was like,
they got enough different in their videos.
Don't compare.
Let's not pick on their Care Bear powers.
Oh, I'm just.
I'm only kidding. We love you, girls. Thank you. Let's do this again in 9 days, and we'll be doing it soon. So reach out to us as always.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching this replay of this interview, and stay tuned for more from these 2 lovely ladies and everyone else that's coming forward with their breakthroughs. Thank you so much. Thank you both for being out here tonight, and we will catch you on the next one. Have an awesome one. Thank you, ladies.
Bye.